Hi guys, just wanted to do a quick video. I've been getting a lot of requests in regard to how I did the skin conversions or what numbers I used for the skin conversions for my Mirabilia. As many of you know, I am doing At the Met. This is the original picture, the original design, and I've mentioned this a few times in my videos that when I saw her and the way she was standing with the haircut and all the jewels, for some reason I thought of Josephine Baker and then Dorothy Dandridge. So I decided to use those two icons as my muse for this project and decided to convert her to an African American woman. Since then, I've gotten a lot of feedback in regard to the skin conversions. People really seem to be appreciating what I've done, and I am so appreciative of that feedback that you've given. But a lot of people have been asking how I did it with what floss I used to make the conversion. So I kept promising I would do a video. So I'm sitting here stitching on her this weekend. I was like, you know what, let me do this, just a quick one right now, so I can put that out there and show you guys. So this is the original design, and this is where I am. So as you can see, she's quite obviously an African-American woman, or at the very least a woman of color. I've been working on her skirt since last weekend, and then I had a little hiccup right here where I was off by a stitch or off by a row. I wasn't quite sure what I did. So I decided I was going to stop with the black because there is a really intricate design in her skirt, and I was so afraid of messing that up. I just stopped with the skirt and decided I'm going to work on her sash and hopefully be able to discover where the mistake was. And I did. Oop, look at that shadow. That's awful. Sorry. Can't seem to get out of the shadow. Anyway, the mistake is right here. I'm trying to see if I can show you. You see right here where it looks like there's a quad of empty spaces, 4 empty spaces. All of these empty spaces, by the way, are for beads. Right here, there should be an extra black square, an extra black stitch. So I skipped a stitch right there. So at least now I know where the mistake was made. I am not going to go back and frog anything because it was such a minimal mistake, and now that I've done the sash, I know I can easily fix that. So once I finish her stash, I'll fix the mistake probably right here, make up for that lost stitch, and just keep going. So yeah, that's where I am. Changed out my needle minder because I actually had a little needle minder from Winton Junction on Etsy. It's a little ticket stub, so I thought that was appropriate. So that's my new needle binder for this one, for At the Met. You know, theater ticket stubs kind of goes together. But anyway, the reason for this video, I wanted to talk about what floss I used for my conversions. So I'm not showing you anything. This is the back of the pattern, so that's known to everybody. But if you'll see here for the DMC floss selections, you'll see I have 5 S's, which indicates skin. And that's what I did to mark it when I took it to Michael's to determine what colors I was going to use. So the lowercase l, or the vertical line, however you choose to look at it, number 948 is the dominant color in her skin. So when I pulled out 948, which was like a peachy flesh tone color, I went through and I decided which color I wanted to be dominant for her skin tone, and I decided that was going to be 436. So for this lowercase l, or the vertical line, the original DMC floss was switched out, and I used 436 for that color. The next color was 356, which is the arrow that's pointing to the lower left-hand side. Instead of 356, I used 435, DMC 435. For the plus sign, originally 754, I switched that out and used 437. For the capital L, originally 758, I switched that out and used 434. For the symbol that looks like a sideways pitchfork, or a capital E, originally 3778, I used number 782. And then over here we have a DMC blend of 2 skin colors represented by the equal sign. There I used a combination of the 2 colors for 758 and 3778. So that is a combination of combination of DMC 434 and 782. So I wrote that down. Originally I wrote it down differently, but that's what I used. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. So if any of you wanted to do the skin tone conversion, I'm trying to get out of the shadow and give you up close. I think if I could go back and do anything differently, it would probably be her hand. Her hand, I'm really going to try to fix that shadow. That's me. Her hand is probably the most patchy looking, patchworky looking piece of area of all of the skin that I would probably do differently. But when you scale back, it doesn't look that bad. The shadowing is very similar to what's in the original. If you look at the original, there's some heavy shadowing in her hand as well, except it's a little more red. You see there you go. So her hand is patchy by design, so I'm okay with it. But here you see the shadowing underneath her arm. You see the shadowing in her fingers and her cleavage, along her neck and hairline right there. I think it blended pretty well. I think all of it blended pretty well. There's some more shadowing right there. And again, I just tried to match up the shadowing the same way that was intended in the original design. So she has highlights, she has depth. You can see it a little bit closer there. I'm really sorry if this is shaky and this shadow that's right there in the corner. That's me getting in the way. I don't know. Not used to recording on my phone. But I just wanted to record this for you guys real quick and get it uploaded. I know there was a few of you that was very interested, so I wanted to get that out there for you. Shortly, I will be doing a whip video showing off my latest finish, talking about my upcoming rotation and my plans that are probably going to be in effect for the good part of the rest of the year. So that's all I wanted to show you guys today. I hope this is helpful, and I'll definitely post this information in the bottom comment section as well. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.